Hey everybody, I'm DJ Sixsmith. You're watching The Sit Down. Look who's here. Melissa Joan Hart. Melissa, what's
Hi.
going on? How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm hanging in there. I put on some makeup, so I feel like a new person. It's weird. I still have my leggings on and my comfy socks, but otherwise,
That's the way to go. Yeah, my wife is totally all about the comfy look. I've been wearing jeans way too much. I gotta wear sweats more. Like I don't know what I'm doing right now.
on my birthday, my birthday was on Saturday, so I wore jeans on my birthday, and I was like, they were a little snug, but I was like, I feel like I'm dressed up. Whereas jeans, are not really dressed up, but at some point now it's like, this feels dressy. Like putting on a piece of jewelry feels dressy.
So what was a quarantine birthday like for you?
It was actually really special. I've been doing a lot of birthday messages. I've been doing these Cameo videos. So you can go to Cameo and get videos from celebrities. And I've been donating all the money I've made since March 12th to charities. So it's been really nice because I've been doing all these great videos for people, tons of birthday messages and whatnot, helping people get engaged, or anniversary messages, or messages for people that just need a pep talk. And then I'm able to take that money and donate it to all these wonderful charities that I want to support. So it's been really fun. But because of that, doing those messages, I was telling other people how to enjoy their birthdays. So I took some of that advice on myself. And my girlfriends dropped off like cupcakes at the front door. We did a Zoom chat with one group of friends, a Zoom chat with my family, a Zoom chat with another. Like we did the house party app. And then I actually did take a little walk around the neighborhood with a few of my friends. They came out, we social distanced, but we just kind of did a little toast, and that was it. We went out to the lookout to Tahoe and kind of did a little toast, and it was so special. I just felt really loved. It was a lot of messages, a lot of love, a lot of hanging out with people. My kids were really on their best behavior. My husband made it special. I have about 7 cakes. Like Netflix sent me a cake. Everybody sent cakes. I have so many cakes. I had to freeze some. I got some in the fridge. I'm trying to get through them all. I'm going to gain like 30 pounds this week.
Well, it puts it all in perspective, like what actually matters on a birthday. It's not like going out. It's people that love you, people care about you. That's all we really need.
And I just felt really special that day. The amount of Instagram people, my friends, I started scrolling through Instagram in the evening, and all of a sudden it was like message after message about me, and people were writing about me and all my friends. And it was like, I don't know, it just felt like I was just being showered with love. And that's exactly what you want on your birthday, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So the Cameo thing, how long have you been doing that? Because I've seen some really funny ones where it's like ridiculous messages you have to give. Like, what are some of the crazy stories you have with it so far?
I try not to get too crazy. Someone wanted me to like smoke on camera or something.
God.
They're like, "Can you smoke a cigarette while you talk to me?" I'm like, "No."
That's just weird. Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's like weird, somebody wanted me to do like a shout out for or not a shout out, a kind of bashing landlords right now that want to collect rent and stuff like that. And I was like, I'll do a message, but it's going to be positive. It's not going to be like a political hit you over the head message. So a lot of my favorite one has been I think there's been a few engagements, but one in particular where he had a whole script written out for me and wanted me to say something about like, he really loves you. He thinks you're so special. Da, 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 now turn around. And then he was supposed to be on his knee with a ring. Like, so it was cool. Really fun to do that. Yeah. A lot of men like to send messages through me to their wives, which I think is really special. Cause I know like men are terrible communicators. My husband's terrible. Like I hear from his sister will call me and be like, "Oh, he said you looked really pretty last night." I'm like, "What? Why didn't he tell me that?" So a lot of the time I get to do these messages where the husband's like, "She's amazing. She's the most amazing mother. And she just brings a smile to my face every day." And I'm like, "Oh, this is crazy. This is great."
So what's it been like for you to kind of be in people's lives in all these different chapters from like now to, going all the way back to the beginning? What's the ride been like?
That the thing I hear the most from people out on the street or Comic-Cons and whatnot is, "I grew up with you." And it's just such a nice compliment. It's a nice thing to hear. And I've heard it so much that at first I was like, "Oh, that's cool. That's cool." And then it started to really grow on me that all these people think they grew up with me, and or they did grow up with me. Maybe I didn't grow up with them, but they grew up with me. And it's such a nice compliment to think you were in someone's living room. It's very personal, I think, even though it's distant for me because I don't know these people. So I always try to just remember that like people don't, that they think they know me, but I don't know that. Like I've done it to people before. I've, gone up to celebrities or famous people, or embarrassingly, like once one of the Bachelorette candidates or whatever, and was like, and I was like, "Don't I know you?" So I get that response. I get, why people have that familiarity, and it's so lovely. And I've really grown to love that response, and that when people say that, because for a while there it was just like, "Oh, you're that witch," or it was like, "You're that girl that tells it all," or whatever. People would always mess up that name. But And then all of a sudden it just became like, I grew up with you. And that was just such a nice, warm, fuzzy feeling.
So how long did it go that, oh, hey, there's Sabrina the Teenage Witch, to like, oh, okay, I grew up with you? Like, how long did each of those
You know,
last?
it's funny. I think it was around the time I did Dancing with the Stars, which was in 2009. I was in, I think it was their 9th season. And I was all of a sudden being recognized on the street as my name. It was like one of the first times I really recognized the fact that people were calling me Melissa as opposed to Sabrina or Clarissa or something like that, you know? So, and then I did a show, Melissa and Joey, which I think then helped people really know my name. So, you know, then it was a lot more Melissa kind of stuff. And that sort of, and then by the time I had the 3rd show on the air, like a 3rd title character, people just felt like they really knew me, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure that kind of messes with your identity though. Like you're answering to 3 names, it seems like at one point, right? Like that's pretty wild.
Well, it's funny when like somebody you're supposed to be, you know, that's like a good friend of yours, or really it's like your friend's husband or whatever, and all of a sudden they're like, "Hey Sabrina, can you grab me that?" Oh, I mean, sorry, you know, and I just laugh about it now. But
So you kind of did this whole thing from a really young age. You're doing commercials, you're in these different shows. Like when did it really feel like this was going to be your career? Like this is your own thing?
oh gosh, you know, I had a real kind of eye-opening moment in my teen years. I really wanted to go to college. It was really important for me to go to college. My mom went to college, but my dad didn't, and it was a big deal that my mom went to college, and so I was always going to go to college. And then Clarissa ended when I was 17, and I was accepted into NYU, and I was going to go, and then I got a movie deal to go down to Florida and do a TV movie. It was called Family Reunion: A Relative Nightmare. And it was the first time I was going to be an adult too. I was going to be 18 and I would be able to be on my own on the set without tutors, without schooling, and just be a part of a set and do what I wanted on my time off. And it was really appealing. And I was afraid if I didn't take the job, plus it was a lot of money, it would have paid for my tuition for the year. If I didn't take the job, would I ever act again? Is this my only chance? What about college? It was like one of these moments, this huge crossroads for me. And I decided to take the job because I was like, okay, I can go back to school and I'll go to school in January, but I'm definitely going to school in January. And so then I did go to school in January. And then I think by that fall, I had to move to LA to do Sabrina. So it was sort of always a snowball effect of things. I was always, and I still am, looking for my other career, something that's a backup, because this isn't a great business to kind of acting wise, at least. Mm-hmm. Now that I'm doing directing more, it's a little bit more stable, but acting wise, you know, it's ups and downs, and you never know, you know, you end one show, you might not have a show for 10 years. So it's, you know, it can be a really tough life if you don't have sort of a fallback. So I've always looked for a fallback career, and I've never been able to really lock one down. I honestly am like still looking. I'm starting to play the piano. Maybe I'll be a musician. I don't know. But now that I'm directing, it's actually kind of giving me a little stability in the business where I feel like I can work like a regular person, like work constantly.
Yeah, you hit a lot of different things there. So you just did one semester of college. Like, what were the best memories of that?
So I did like one real semester of college, lived in the dorms, you know, took like, I guess like 16 credits at a time or whatever the regular was, 16, 20, something like that. But then that summer, I think I did like, no, it wasn't that summer. I did the summer abroad. The next fall I did go again, but I think I took 8 credits because I thought I was going to be doing a Sabrina movie in Vancouver. Did the Sabrina movie the next January, actually. I did the Sabrina movie, so I had to take a little bit off of that semester, but I still went, but only 8 credits also. Then that summer I did like a summer abroad, and then by the end of that summer I was moving to LA. And I kept doing like distance learning, like what people are doing now. Yeah. But back then on those little computers with the AOL startup and the sound and all that stuff, right?